It has been a crazy busy few days around here, and so I have not been online just due to everything, really. And so I wanted to get on here while I am working on the laundry, hang out with you guys. I've missed you guys, but I've just been wanting to visit because it's just been so busy around here that, and honestly overwhelming, that I just haven't had a chance to get hardly anything done. So I'm totally behind, but I'm going to grab a load of laundry and get started. Aunt Patty, hello, welcome. I was just sharing that I'm so behind because we've just had, it's been crazy busy. I don't know if you knew or not. It was an okay trip. Patty's saying, I hope you had a good trip. It was an okay trip. It was hard, to say goodbye to a loved one. And yeah, so that's been the main thing. And then Mando is at the vet. He's sick. Let me get a load of laundry. Hang on 1 second. So yeah, Mando is at the vet. He's really sick, actually. He got a hot spot, and because he's a long-haired dog, and so he got a hot spot, and it basically, he got maggots in it, and it ate 2 holes in his skin. So anyway, he's had some infection to deal with. If it had gone, we got him there yesterday morning, and if it had gone until later in the afternoon, the vet said he probably would have been septic. So I'm glad that I didn't lose my dog, and he's starting to get better today, but he's still, he's still up at the vet, and was pretty iffy. He declined today after he had done well yesterday. And so anyway, he's back up and walking, and before he wasn't walking, so that was kind of scary. But he's walking now, and they got him to eat some cat treats. So Patty says, glad your dog is doing better. Thank you. Yeah, please pray for him because, the kids are going through a lot already with losing their grandma. And if we were to lose a pet too at the same time, that would be just too much. It'd be too much. But Patty is asking, is Matt doing okay? He's doing as well as can be expected, I think. You know as well as I do how hard it is to lose your mother. And it's really hard. So she's not gone yet. She's on hospice. But it's it's pretty serious stuff. So anyway, that's been the main stuff going on, but just trying to get everything done. School today, I was late getting on because after signing a lease today at the apartments for a new tenant, I had to take the kids to go down to Kohl's and get some funeral clothes. So we were doing that and haircuts, and it has been busy. Busy, busy, busy. Savannah did super good through all of it. She rode all the way down there, 3.5 hours one way. Rode all the way down there, didn't cry, didn't fuss, she just was a champ. She just took it like a champ. And I think that was God. She was good in the hospital, and then just good 3.5 hours home too. And so it was just amazing how that all worked out. But anyway, how are you doing, Patty? How's everything going with you? Oh, thank you for the thumbs up there, whoever that was. Thank you. How are you doing? How's Uncle Mike? I see a few of my quiet friends there in the chat. Hello. Welcome. Glad you're here. Feel free to say hi if you want. If not, no pressure. Patty says, it's hot here. He's doing better every day. It is hot here too. It is hot. Are you guys under a heat warning? Because we are. We're under a heat warning. When I was a kid, they didn't have heat warnings for 105 to 115. It was summer. So I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, you're also under a heat warning. Patty says she thinks so. Abdul Bari says Salam Alikum from Turkey. I can make that out, but I'll call you Abdul. Welcome to our chat. I'm glad you're here. This is not my usual time to get online. Huskies for Evs. OMG, you're so pretty. Well, that's so sweet of you. Thank you so much. That's so kind of you. This is not my usual time to get on chat. I wanted to get on here because I haven't hung out with you guys in forever, and I was missing you guys. You know, it's been really nice to get to know my friends on here and meet new people, and you know, when life gets in the way, you gotta take a break. So that's what we did, and it was okay. But I'm hoping to get back to it. Abdul says he's from Istanbul. That's awesome. I am from Illinois in the United States. If you guys are wondering why I keep disappearing off screen, I do all of our laundry, mine and my husband's and my children's laundry all together. But then I sort it out and the kids have to fold and put away their own. So that's what we're doing. I'm getting it all sorted out and then they will do theirs. And I do mine and my husband's and then the babies, as well as, you know, like towels and washcloths and things like that. I just got done. I thought about doing it in a video with you guys, but I didn't know how she would do. I just got done shaving all the hair or the fur off my Great Pyrenees, Sweetie. And so now she's pretty bald, except for her head and her tail. But she actually looks pretty good for doing it myself, because groomers usually won't do it. Husky Forever says, can you say Abby Kate, please? Are you Abby Kate? Is that your name? I can call you Abby if I can remember. Sometimes I forget, though. Paho said hi. Hi, Paho. Abdul Maneas? I'm not sure what that means, Abdul. I'm sorry. Mia Martinez says hi. Husky says, thank you so much. You are welcome, Abby. Aw, Abby, thank you. That's what I'm going to call you. I hope that's your name. Okay, so anyway, we've got like 500 loads of laundry. You guys want to see how much laundry I'm working on? This is why I called it Laundry Catch-Up Day. It's bad. Don't judge me. Look at this. So right over there is the boys' laundry. This is going to be Sophie's pile. And over here is going to be Bella's pile, but I got to get all of this folded. So that's what I'm working on. I don't know if I'll have the energy to get it all done today. Whoa! Oh, sorry guys. I don't know if I'll have the energy to get it all done today. But I'm gonna try to get a big dent in it.
Mia sent a cute emoji with an amazed face. I know, that's how I feel every time I walk down the hallway. Abdul says yes.
Okay. Anyway, it's a lot, and I've got a lot to still wash. So we've got the washing machine going, and we've got all sorts of stuff going on today. I'm putting some water in the pool because it had not mostly evaporated, but a good amount of it had evaporated out, and so that's not good. So we needed to get that done, and like I said, running around getting funeral clothes for the kids and shaving the dog, and one son needed a haircut, and the rest of us are getting haircuts on Saturday, and so it's just been a lot trying to get ready for. Somebody's sending hearts and another thumbs up. Thank you guys. It's just been a lot trying to get ready for this upcoming funeral. Mia is asking, you have a pool? Yes, I do have a pool. It's a lot of work. As an adult, I don't recommend it. My kids love it. But for me, it's really just a lot of work. But I will say the part that I like the best, this is such an adult thing, but I love watching how clean and clear it is and how beautiful. That makes me happy. So I don't know, to each his own, I guess, you know. Do you like to swim, Mia? Abby says, what's your favorite season? Mia says, I can't swim. Aw, I hope you can learn. It's kind of fun. I mean, like I said, it's not my favorite thing, but the kids really love it. So Abby's asking, what's my favorite season? Abby, my favorite season, I have to say, would be spring because, you know, winter, the land has rested, you have rested all winter long, and I love to garden, and so for me, it's very exciting to see the plants start to wake up, the trees start to bud and leaf out, and I love, my favorite thing is to see little pockets of ladybugs. Like when they've been hibernating all summer and they're all clustered together and there's just a bunch of them. That is my favorite. I love that. So Abby says, same, I heart summer. Okay. Summer's fun for me. I love summer, but it's a lot of work because, you know, the kids are out of school. And so, you know, that means extra meals and people in the house, more to clean up after. And then also, like the garden is in full swing. And so it's not like you can just, like you got to go tend it. It's not just the beautiful, fulfilling aspect of planting, which I love. Mia says, we are in the same country. Awesome. That's great to be an American, right, Mia? Formax says, hello. Hello. How are you? Welcome to our chat. We're just hanging out here today, not doing a whole lot, just working on some laundry. Formax says, what do you think about the panda's baby blue after delivery? I'm not familiar. I don't know what you're talking about, Formac. I'm sorry. Mia says, yes, it is great. I'm very thankful to be here. Patty says her favorite season is fall. I love fall too, Patty, because it's time to start winding down and relaxing, starting to get cool. The colors are changing. I love that too. Ravanth says, hello, dear. Hello, Ravanth. Welcome. Formax says, pandas get depressed after delivery. What do you think?
I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know if you're talking about panda bears or what you're talking about. So
That's an odd question for me. If you want to elaborate, if it's appropriate. If it's not, you've got to go. Ravon, thank you. I am married, so please keep it G-rated, and this is a family channel. Formac says, and kangaroos too. I don't know if they do. Formac says it is appropriate. Okay, I get you now. You're speaking about animals. That is appropriate. Thank you for being appropriate. Mia says, do your children go to school? They do. I have 5 children. They are 15, 14, 13, 10, and 14 months today. Today is Savannah's monthly birthday. Jack Gaming. I do remember your name, Jack. He said, hey, you don't remember me, but I remember you. Yes. Formac, whoa, 5, very nice. Yes, and they're all good kids. I am very, very blessed. Mia is waving. Those are cute emojis. Yes, Formac says, my gosh, all going into teen aging. Yes, absolutely. Jack says, remember Agent Space Out? Yes, yes. I think you were in here on another laundry chat. We talked a little bit about games, I think, if I'm remembering. Formac says you need to keep an eye. Keep an eye on what? Jack Gaming says, yes, I was. I remember that. I remember that from the first time, even before you said Agent Space Out. Anyway, so Jack, we're up to our same old tricks doing laundry. That's what we do around here. You know that. You've hung out with us long enough. Mia is speaking, I'm assuming, Spanish. I'm sorry, Mia, I don't speak Spanish. I'd like to, but I don't. Bella, you want to say hi to my friends? This is one of my kids. And she pretty.
Okay.
Abby says, what's your favorite food? Oh boy, of all those choices listed, Jack Gaming says hi, Bella. Okay, Abby says, what's your favorite food? So she's got a lot of emojis down here. She's got a watermelon, grapes, coconut, cheeseburger, hot dog, taco. I don't know. A can of something, a bowl of something, a salad, maybe a grilled cheese, fries. Bella, Aunt Patty says hi. She says hi, beautiful. Auntie says hi. Aunt Patty from Kentucky. Yes, you do. She's spacing out. Abby, still trying to think of my favorite food. Favorite food. I'll tell you what it is. It's a drink, and it's iced lattes. I live on like iced lattes. I love to put protein powder and collagen in them, though. Oh my gosh, you guys, 5 thumbs up. Thank you. That's so sweet. Mia says, what time is it in your country? It is 4:20. That's what time it is. We're going to have hamburger helper tonight. Easy peasy. Mia, what time is it in your country? Jack says, wait, is that drink for kids? It could be for kids, but I don't want to share. I do not want to share my coffee. Back off, people. Mia says it's 5:20 for her too. Okay. So Mia, you must be out east of me. You're trying to drink the coffee too? Well, it's mine. Jack says he's been drinking it. Well, you're going to have to fight me for it. Oh my goodness. So Jack, what have you been doing today? What game are you playing if you are playing? You're 521. Yep. Okay. Mia, what have you guys been doing? Jack said he'd win.
Well, I don't know. When it comes to me and coffee. All right, hang on. Got to get another load. Oh my goodness, you guys. We're getting there. But there's quite a bit of it. Okay. Jack says he's been training with an Army professional. Mia says, I'm watching the live. The live is fun. Aw. I'm glad you're having a good time hanging out with me. Jack says, the Army professional is your dad. I do remember you saying that. That is really cool. Honeybee Sting. I know. Honeybee Sting says, I'm baffled by the stuff YouTube recommends to me. LOL. Laundry. Really? Hey, so this is not just about doing laundry, okay? We're on here making friends and hanging out and visiting. That's what this channel is about. So, Jack says, see what happens to talk crap. Anyway, so yeah. So yes, I'm doing my chores and hanging out with you guys and making new friends. So that's what we're really doing on this channel. Not just laundry, because I do a lot of other things too.
Check my outfit.
Yes, it looks very nice. You want to show them your outfit? Yeah. Okay, hang on, guys. Bella wants to show you guys her outfit. I'm gonna just turn it around on you. There she is. Don't mind the laundry again. See, we're making headway. Okay, so Bella just got these new pants today at Kohl's. So they look really nice. Mia says she's very cold. Well, I hope you get warmed up. That's not cool. Patty says, do you have a coffee maker that makes your iced coffee? Yeah, basically. So we have an espresso machine. Best investment we've had in a long time. Bella, Mia says it's pretty. Your outfit. And Patty says, cool, Bella looks great. She says thank you. Anyway, so Patty, I have an espresso machine, and it is amazing because we used to spend, Jack says it's good. We used to spend, or I used to spend, $7 on a coffee, and I thought, half the time they mess it up. Half the time they mess it up, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. And I always wanted to add protein and collagen to it anyway, and now I do, and it's like, okay, so I use 1 tablespoon. It's hot out. You want to go in jeans? And no, you can't. It's in the shop.
No,
Just into town? Are you taking the hot route? Not on the road?
I don't know. That's just gonna pick me up. We can take the hot route back.
Well, I guess you need to be back in an hour. Mia says, I'll be back live right now. Okay. Okay, Mia, we'll see you in a little bit. So anyway, Patty, like I was saying, I get a big bottle of the Torani syrup. I just get the sugar-free vanilla because it's 0 calories and it tastes pretty good. And I use a tablespoon of that, so that lasts forever. I do 2 scoops of protein, 1 scoop of collagen, 4 shots of espresso, and oat milk. That's saving me like $8 because I'm not paying for the coffee then. And I mean, yeah, you do pay for the espresso and everything, but a little goes a long way for that. And I'm not having to tip anybody. And so it's been really nice. So anyway, thank you for the additional thumbs up. Honeybee Sting says that actually sounds pretty good. Thank you. It really is. And since I make it the exact same way every time, it always tastes the same. And not like, I mean, I don't know if you like Honeybee Sting. I don't know if you like going to a coffee shop and getting a coffee. I like it, but it's not always correct, you know? And it's just like, I feel like when I'm paying so much for one cup of coffee, I want it to be perfect every time. And so, you know, with different baristas, you get a different result. And I'm just finding that I like it better when I make it myself. So anyway, it is pretty good. I highly recommend it. Jack says, honey, be careful what you say next. Don't say anything bad. Yep, she probably knows that. I guess I shouldn't assume, but anyway. Mia says, I've already come. Okay, you've come back. Awesome. So anyway, I don't know. Do you guys like coffees? If you do, what's your favorite? Or I should ask, what's your coffee order? Bella's coffee order is very specific. Bella, what's your coffee order? Come in here and tell them your coffee order. Because it's too much for me to remember anyway.
What?
Okay, so Jack likes an iced latte.
I don't know what we're talking about right now.
I'm saying, I was telling them about how I like my coffee. Tell them how you like your coffee. Like when you order coffee from like Human Bean or the coffee shop, what do you order?
I like a vanilla latte with caramel, cold foam, and light ice.
Yeah, see, it's super specific. I do. Oh, do not give her that can. She could cut herself on the aluminum.
And it's Red Bull.
So sad.
Here, come back here. Patty says, can you use the espresso machine to make the frappe? Yes, you can. Jack likes an iced latte. Mia, yes, I have a baby. She's right here. Yeah. Savannah, say hi to our friends. Can you say hi? Can you say hi to our friends? Say hi, friends. Hi, friends. There you are. Can you say hi? Yeah. Here, Soph, take her back. I gotta finish laundry.
I can't watch her, bro.
The boys just got done cleaning the van, so they can have a little bit of a break yet. Honeybee Sting says, oh yeah, hard to get consistency and it's pricey. I'm not super elaborate myself. I make a lot of cold brew and freeze it into cube for later. I add it to things. Yeah, I've thought about doing that, but like when you do cold brew, forgive me if this is a stupid question. I just haven't done it yet because I don't want to mess it up. Is it just like coffee, like regular like drip coffee, frozen into ice cubes? Is that a cold brew? Because I've thought about doing that, but I just didn't know. Mia says hi to Savannah. Patty says, oh, cutie Savannah. Yes, she's so cute, you guys. And she was so good on the trip to go see Matt's mom. Honeybee Sting says, ah, that kid is adorable. I think so. Mia says, the baby is beautiful. She is, and she's just as sweet as she is beautiful. And yes, I know I'm her mother, and I am partial, but you guys, she really is. She's super, super sweet. I am very blessed. Anyway. Were you guys on here when I told you that I shaved my Great Pyrenees? She looks so much cooler, and it was so funny. She was so patient while I did it, and I am not a groomer, okay? Like, there are clipper marks, all right? There are, and it is what it is. I did my best, and most groomers around here will not shave a Great Pyrenees because they have a double coat, and they will say, well, their double coat keeps them cool, and keeps them from getting sunburned, and if you shave that off, you're taking away their protection. And, well, okay, that's fine. But here's the thing. Mando, my other Great Pyrenees, is in the vet right now, in the hospital, on an IV, on antibiotics, because he got a mat that I didn't know about, and he got a hot spot, and it ate 2 holes in his skin. You guys, it was horrible. So anyway, that's probably going to cost me several hundred, if not $1,000 to get him well. And it's just a lot. Honeybee says, nah, cold brew is coffee steeped for hours in the fridge. It's basically like making cold tea with coffee. Okay. Okay.
would you mind, if it's not too much trouble, typing out the process? Because I'm kind of having trouble wrapping my mind around, like, how do you steep coffee in the fridge without, like, the grounds getting everywhere? Like, how would you do that? And Mia says, leave your like with some, I wanted to say that's a fish emoji. It makes me think it's a fish emoji, like on Finding Nemo, that blue fish, Dory. It looks like Dory to me. But anyway, so are you saying you left one? If so, I see that there's another like up there, so thank you for that. That's super sweet.
So you don't have to, Honeybee. If you don't want to share that, that's fine. I could always look it up, I suppose, but I am just like curious, what the process is. Because would you use the ice cubes in like this in a latte for that? What?
So apparently it's broken, like Uncle Will's. So I was wondering, Esther was wondering if me and Sarah and her could go on a drive.
No.
What?
You don't need to go on a
We're
drive.
not going to be doing anything. We're just going to drive and talk and drive and talk.
Yeah, you don't need to do that.
Please, Mommy.
No.
I'll do anything.
No.
Why not?
Because you don't need to.
It's not.
Go talk in your bedroom. All right, I'm busy here.
Ugh, please.
They can come over and stay in your room, but you don't need to go running all over creation. You don't need to. All right, Scooch. Come on, you're standing in the way of my piles here. Mia says, I hope nothing bad happens. I hope not too. Are you thinking of something in specific, Mia, or are you saying something about something we said earlier and I am totally spacing out and losing my train of thought? Because that is something that I do often. I will totally forget what we were saying. Unless you were talking about my dog. I hope nothing bad happens too, if that's what you're talking about. Yeah, he's a good dog. So, anyway, what do you guys... Honeybee says, sorry, I mistyped a little. Okay. What do you guys like to do for fun? I don't get a whole lot of time for fun, per se. Most of the time, I'm doing work all day, working in the house, working outside, working in the garden, running errands, working at the school. So I don't get a whole lot of time to just sit down and have fun, because basically most of the time it's in the evening when I just kind of like check out in the chair and just rest. I'm like, whew. So anyway, so Honeybee says you then fill it with water and let it soak for, okay. Honeybee, you're going to kill me, but I missed what you said. Because it sounds like there's a step before you then fill it with water and let it soak for a few hours. I'm so sorry. I don't want to be annoying, but I'm curious because I've always heard of cold brew. And also, while we're at it, what does cold brew make? Like, what can you use cold brew coffee for? So Overnight Lord, when I asked what everybody does for fun, Overnight Lord says fishing. Also, you should try audiobooks and audio dramas. I love audiobooks. I haven't heard of audio dramas, but it sounds interesting to me. Right now, I'm listening to a couple different audiobooks at once. The main one is the Let Them book by Mel Robbins, and it has been pretty good. It's been pretty helpful as well. It's actually been very helpful here lately. And so I am grateful for it. What? Probably not anytime soon because I just put chemicals in. So.
Do you want to say hi to everybody? You haven't said hi yet. Just say hi. Pop on here. Oh, okay. Sophie doesn't want to say hi. Mia says, I remember when there was a swimming pool at school. That's cool. Honeybee says, I raise pigeons, ducks, chickens, and coon pigs? Kune pigs? I don't know how to say that, but it sounds cool.
Guinea pigs.
Overnight Lord says, this week I'm listening to the Alien audio dramas. Most of the voices are just actors from the movie, which is cool. Oh! Savannah says hi again. What?
Can I go with Esther to go pick up Sarah? Can I please?
Where at?
At the farm.
You going just to the farm and then back?
Mm-hmm.
Change your diaper.
Ugh. She's so heavy.
Just to the farm and then back, and then you can do that. But you have to hang out here. I don't want you driving all over. There's no point in that. It's just a waste of fuel.
Ugh.
Well, we're not doing it. I'll have. Excuse me. She's just gonna go out to the farm to pick up Sarah, and then they're gonna come back here and hang out. Anyway, so Honeybee, we have two dogs, Mando and Sweetie. Mando's the one in the vet, and Sweetie's the one I just shaved so that she doesn't get a hot spot because we don't need to go to the vet again. And we have a cat, Max. And we just recently got baby chicks again because we've had chickens. We've had chickens for probably 10 or 12 years, and we had ducks. Well, yeah, we had goats a long time ago. And fish. Okay. And anyway,
I don't want to change a poopy diaper when you have to pull up things.
you tear them open just like a regular diaper. You just tear the side open and treat it just like a regular diaper. You can do it. Go learn. You gotta learn. Honeybee says it's okay. Cold brew is when you. What? What? You stink. You're stinky. You stinky. Go change your diaper, please. Go. You can go. Go change your diaper. I'm not kidding. Anyway, okay. Honeybee says cold brew is when you soak the coffee grounds in cold water for hours instead of hot water. There are jars on Amazon with metal sieves to keep the grounds away from the water. Oh, cool. Overnight says, me, I work as a plumber and a landscaper, and boyfriend is a stay-at-home partner. We have one kid together that's 1 year old. Oh, cool. Savannah is just over a year old. So, Honeybee says, what I said, coon is pronounced cooney. Is that right, Honeybee? She says they're a breed from New Zealand. Mia says, my mom is working. Well, that's good. She's working and taking care of you, right? Honeybee's a new friend. Sophie was asking about you. Go help her. Here, actually, can you take these down to the kitchen? Here.
Wait!
Okay, you don't need to scream. Just go. Go help your sister, and then you can come back and help me. Overnight Lord says, also you should try using text-to-speech. It's easy to program for streaming. So, Overnight Lord, what would that do? Would that do like subtitles for you guys or something? If so, how would that work with the chat on there too? Wouldn't that get all kind of like jumbled and messed up?
Molly, we need a dirty towel.
Thank you.
It was a clean towel, but whatever. It's fine. I will have to look up cooney pigs. They sound really cool. I've wanted to get, well, what I really want to get is a horse.
course, but I don't know if that'll happen. Honeybee says, yep, that's how the breed name sounds. Kuni Kuni. Okay. All right. You learn something new every day. That's awesome. What makes them special? Why did you decide to go with Kuni Kuni? Okay. Mia says, I'll be right back. I'm going to drink water. Okay. We'll see you in a minute. I've been drinking my water. It's hot outside. You got to. I do, but if you drink it all, you're going to get me some more. Hang on. I need a drink too.
I'd probably drink less.
Oh my goodness. You guys.
Oh, Mom.
Sorry. Didn't mean to bump you. Okay, can you take those kitchen towels down to the drawer, please? Oh my. Just take 2 trips. It's fine. Here's where all of Savannah's summer clothes went. I was wondering. Couldn't find any clothes to get Savannah dressed today. Oh, I know.
There's like a bunch of clothes in here, right?
Are those clean or dirty?
Dirty.
Okay, we'll put them over here. Sounds like it's about time for another load anyway. All right, hurry. I need that space. Here is 2 more. Oh my goodness. That's cool. I am interested in the cold brew coffee idea for sure. So what do you use it for, Honeybee? Mia says, I've already come. So she's back. That's great. Here's Savannah's little bitty shorts. There she is. She's back. Don't take the socks. Money cannot buy happiness, says Dab. Don't fall down, please. Nope, just take her downstairs to play. She wants to walk. She doesn't want to jump anymore. She's big. She's just recently started really walking and just like doing her little toddler squat. She'll squat down and she'll stand right back up and take off. It's been super cute. So Honeybee says they are a slow-growing small breed that doesn't disturb the ground much with rooting. That's good because they grow slowly. They need less protein, which means they can survive largely on good broadleaf grasses. Awesome. Honeybee says, I use them to manage some of the grass in the orchard that we've been planting for the last 5 years. Hey, that's great. What do you have planted in your orchard? I have a small orchard myself. I'm still learning a lot about it, but we have a good friend who actually used to own an orchard, and so he comes over and helps me sometimes with the pruning and, teaches me the different things to do with the orchard. Mia says, how old is the baby? So Savannah is 14 months old today. It's very exciting. Did you know Savannah's 14 months old today? Mm-hmm. Isn't that so cool? I said that? Oh, Bella pointed that out at Devotions? Okay. Well, that's good. Okay, Sophie, what are you doing? Do you need a job? Well, it kind of sounds like you need a job. You camping up there. You're going to be in my space, and then I'm going to give you a job. Honeybee says, I'm fascinated by this laundry stream thing you have going. Can't imagine why YouTube recommended this live stream to me, but I have to admit you seem like the kind of family that mine would get along with. I wanted to try goats too, but we were afraid they would damage the fruit trees. So our goats were little, they probably, we don't live in the same place we did before when we had goats. Wow. Boom. Losing my train of thought. I do know that they eat just everything. Like you couldn't, anything they can reach, they're going to eat. So I do know that. But they were great. They were super fun. I do kind of wish we still had them, but we're not in the same place now. So it would not be practical. And so Honeybee, isn't it weird how YouTube recommends things? But yeah, so basically like, just to give you a little background, Overnight Lord real quick. So we don't actually live on a farm. We just live out in the country, and we kind of used to have like a small little farm that was like, I think it was 7 acres at first, and then we sold 2, and then it was 5. But we don't live in that same place anymore. We just have about 3 acres now, but it's just out in the country. But I love chickens, and so we have chickens. And we did have ducks, but the ducks are messy, so I was like, yeah, we need to get rid of the ducks because they were just making too much. Yeah, it's like a homestead. But Honeybee, going back to kind of this live stream and, you know, why it's so different and why YouTube recommends it, I don't know. But I started this channel mostly for my kids because my mom died of breast cancer. And so I basically would have given anything to have something like this of her where I could see her, you know, walking, talking, hear her voice, interacting with people, and just doing the things that she loved to do. And so I was like, this would kind of be cool. It's kind of like a video diary or like a vlog or, you know, whatever. It's not like scripted. I do make occasionally videos of things that I think are cool that I think might help people, or just if they're interesting to me, or but for the most part, I've just been doing these lives lately and making a lot of new friends and visiting, and just while I'm doing my chores, and it's been so great because I'm making a lot of new friends, and I'm spending a lot of time. You know, I'm getting my work done, so it's not like I'm just sitting around online not doing anything. I mean, I should go get another load, let's be honest. But like, I'm having a good time, you know, just hanging out with you guys and visiting and meeting new people, making new friends. And so that's kind of what this is. So, I mean, you know, I don't know if you have kids, but like, there's forever laundry. So I'm doing laundry several times a week on here. I will I will talk with you guys while I'm doing weeding or working outside. If I'm honest, I've really been tempted to do a live stream while I'm driving just to have somebody to talk to sometimes, but the police frown on that, so I probably won't. Plus, I couldn't read the chat anyway and drive. Like, let's be honest, that would be dangerous. So I'm not going to do that, but I thought, boy, that'd be fun. Sure want to have somebody to talk to. Okay, Bella. So, anyway, yeah, I don't know. I'm weird, but I have a good time with it. Go watch your sister. Come on, I've got to finish this laundry. There's so much to do. You can go do it for a little bit. They can do it in 15 minutes. Okay, I got to get another load. Hang on. Okay. So anyway, so Honeybee, what do you do if you want to share? You do not have to share. Don't ever feel like you actually have to answer any questions or share anything that you don't want to. Honeybee said, those are some really interesting goals. I like the idea of leaving logs that the kids can look through. I have 6 kids myself. Yeah, like, I just want them to have that, you know? Like, I mean, because as a mom, you're hardly ever in the pictures, you know? And it's just like I said, she died in 2010. And so I've been 15 years now without my mother and without hearing her voice, except on some family videos that my cousin started posting on Facebook. That was like a godsend. But I don't know. I just want more for my kids. And so, it's normal life stuff that we're doing. Bye, Mia. Have a good day. Thanks for coming and chatting. I appreciate it. It's just nice, like I just want that for them because eventually I won't be here, and I don't know if you were on here when I shared that my husband's mother is entering hospice, and so we don't know how long she has, but she's not of our age group, and she would never have thought to do this. And, how many pictures is she in? How many home movies is she in? Or is she the one constantly behind the camera like most moms are? So, ow, hit my finger. So anyway, it's just kind of like, yeah, I'm talking to new people all over, but I wouldn't have minded that, as a kid. If it was my mother, I wouldn't have minded hearing her talk to other people at all. I would rather just hear her voice. I might do some videos too and just have them be private where they can get on the account and see them themselves, like once I'm gone and I'm not sick or anything. Patty said she would be amazed at technology. Yes, she would. So, Honeybee, just so you know, Patty is my aunt, my mom's sister. So, anyway, yeah, she knows what I'm talking about. And Patty, I think that Mom probably would have had a YouTube channel of her own. She probably would have had tons and tons of followers and been monetized and all sorts of stuff with all the cool things that she could do. My mom was super, super handy. And so, there wasn't anything that Mom couldn't do. So anyway, I try to, live up to her example. But anyway, so that's why I'm doing a Honeybee. I know I got kind of off on a tangent there, but that's why I'm doing what I do. Why YouTube recommended you to me, I don't know. Probably because we both have a lot of kids. I don't know. But I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad to meet you. Oh my goodness. So, Honeybee, do you guys homeschool? I know a lot of people who have a homestead and animals and have multiple children homeschool. So I wondered about that. Honeybee says, well, I'm honored to be part of this family video log project. If only for a moment, I think your descendants will appreciate what you're doing here. Thank you so much. Thank you for that. Because you know what else? My brother, he's a YouTuber too, Wildcat Willie. He's the one who told me to just start doing it. He does really cool videos. Anyway, he's like, yeah, your grandkids and great-grandkids will be like, that was my great-grandma. Who knows? But anyway, I'm glad you're here too. Honeybee says they do homeschool. I was homeschooled from my sophomore year on. It was a good experience. We do not homeschool our kids. We've thought about it. But if I'm honest, I just don't feel like I have the temperament. I don't really have a lot of patience, and I want them to do it perfectly the first time. I don't know. I think I'm too intense to homeschool. Anyway, people who know me would be like, yes, Cynthia, you are too intense to homeschool. I don't want to be yelling at the kids all the time, and I know I would be. So anyway, they go to a Christian school in our town. Patty says, what does Wildcat Willie do? So, Patty, Wildcat Willie is Will. And he makes all sorts of cool videos. He's very good with his filming. But now with the baby, I don't know how much he's doing of it. But well, like for example, he'll make videos of like restoring tractors and running the tractors and stuff. One time he made a video of, I don't know if he was repairing the well on his property or what, but his well video was quite cool. So he just does a lot of cool things. Oh, goodness. Patty says, I couldn't homeschool. Yeah, it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. And Patty says, oh, yes, Luke does stuff like that too, doesn't he? Yes, he does. So my brother Luke also does YouTube. And you guys, my brothers were also homeschooled. And they are amazing. So Wildcat Willie, check him out. And also Jack of All Trades. And I believe that's all one word. Anyway, my brothers can build anything, okay? And Patty says, yes, absolutely amazing. So Patty knows. And she's not just saying that because she's our aunt. She's not. They really are that amazing. My brother, like Luke, for example, and he documented this all on YouTube. He built out of like this trailer, you know, just like a trailer that you pull behind a truck. He built his own, or maybe retrofitted is a better word, retrofitted his own camper, made it completely into a camper from just like a pull behind trailer. And it's really cool and it's unique. He put in a shower and a composting toilet. It's got a refrigerator and a microwave and a heater and a projection screen, TV. Like, it's so cool and it's so beautiful inside. So anyway, I don't know if you can tell or not. I'm very proud of my brothers. They're very cool. So anyway, I kind of helped raise them also. Just so you know. I did not have anything to do with how smart they are. Honeybee says, hey, Tren, but I got to round up my kids and go pick some peaches. Yum. I'll check it on your channel here in the future, though. Very pleasant talking to you. Honeybee, it was very nice talking to you, too. I'm so glad the algorithm recommended you. So, anyway, I hope you have a great day and have fun picking peaches. Bye. Patty says, you have every right to be. I know, Patty. They're just that cool. I'm just so proud of them. I love them. You know that. Oh, my goodness. So, it has been... it has been a wild few days with going down there to see her and visit, and that was hard, you know, and the kids, they were saying that was the worst day they'd ever had so far, you know, and it is heartbreaking to say goodbye to people you love. So anyway, not to turn somber on you guys. Didn't mean to bring everybody down, but I just, you know, kind of hits you in waves and just kind of think about different things. These kids have a lot of laundry to do. Anyway. Oh, that load's done. Gonna have to switch them out. All right, hang on. I'll just put the stuff in the dryer right here in this one so we can just keep going. Patty, is everything going okay with Uncle Mike's recovery? I know you said he was improving, but ooh, these are a little bit, can't tell if they're damp, or if it's just a little bit humid. I think they're dry. I think we're fine. Patty says, yes, just close. I think I just scratched my cheek. I'm probably bleeding now. Great. All right. Ah, there's this laundry room making my face itch again. Patty says he has to use a walker to walk. Aw. Well, at least he's getting better, even if it's slow. I'm glad to hear that. Hey, did you share what you like to do for fun? I know, I don't know. Well, shoot, who was that? I'd have to scroll back up and see. The guy was the plumber. He said he likes fishing. Turan Kaya says Maraba, Turkey. Does that mean you're from Turkey? Shazidi, hi! Haven't seen you in a while. Patty says, I like to play with grandkids. That's good. I'm glad you like to spend time with them. That's sweet and special. That's kind of hard for, that's the one reason why it's kind of hard for my kids. Because, you know, Tina's their only remaining grandmother. And so it's kind of hard for them to be losing her. Shazidi says, how are you? Shazidi, I'm doing all right. It has been kind of a rough few days. I haven't been online much because we've been so busy. So you haven't come on here yet, or maybe you already heard this. If you have, I apologize. But my husband's mom has been put on hospice. And so we went yesterday, we traveled 3.5 hours to go be with her, spend some time, and say our final goodbyes. And that was a big day. And then not only that, but my dog, Mando, he's a Great Pyrenees. He is in the hospital at the vet because he got a hot spot and it got so bad that he got 2 holes in his skin and it got infected and he was almost septic. And so if we hadn't noticed and got him to the vet in time, he probably would have died. So it's been a big weekend, a big few days. It's been very busy, very stressful. But it is what it is, and the Lord will carry us through it. So anyway, Patty says she likes to crochet and read. Patty, what are you reading right now? I have been enjoying audiobooks lately. It feels like I haven't really, I've been doing like audiobooks in the car and while I'm working and stuff. That also helps the time go faster, especially when you're chatting like this too, you know, so that's something else I like to do. But Shazidi, how are you doing? It's been a while since you've been on here, at least a few days. Oh my, here's all Savannah's clothes. That is good. We were missing a bunch of these. I'm like, where are all her clothes? I found them. Sophie actually found them. Oh yeah, we're up to 11 likes now. Thanks, guys. That's sweet of you. That always does help. Those are nice pants. I don't even think those are mine. Might be Bella's. Patty said, oh, Shazidi says good. Okay, awesome. Glad to hear it. Patty says, Terry Blackstock. She's a Christian fiction author. You get started, you can't lay it down. Ooh. Abby is asking, do I have a dog? If you do, what breed and what's their name? So I have 2 dogs. They're Great Pyrenees. Well, Mando is a full Great Pyrenees, and Sweetie is a Great Pyrenees mix. I'm not really sure what she's mixed with. But She is a very good dog. So is Mando. They're both great. Yeah, that should answer your question there. But they are very, very good dogs. And I shaved Mando today because of, I shaved Sweetie today because, like I said, Mando's in the vet for a hot spot, and I don't want Sweetie to get a hot spot. So, trying to be proactive instead of reactive. So I don't want Sweetie to get sick from getting too hot, essentially. So the vet told me that that both of them need to be shaved at least once a year, if not twice a year. And that's kind of different because most breeders will say, not breeders, but most groomers will say that you do not shave a Great Pyrenees because they have a double coat. So I don't know. If I have to get a vet note, say, yes, groomers, you can shave my dog, because they will refuse. And that's what they have done before. So anyway, so Patty, you said she's Christian fiction. Is it kind of like romance, mystery, a little bit of science fiction? Like what kind of fiction are we talking here? I love a good mystery. All right, there's another load. Ooh, Patty says mystery and a little romance. Sounds like my kind of book. I love it. I love it. Sophie, I just heard Sophie's favorite show. Savannah's favorite show. It's so funny because I remember the shows that the other kids watched when they were, little, like Savannah is. And they always liked Paw Patrol and Dora the Explorer and, what else? I don't know. Those types of shows. And Savannah really likes this show on Amazon Prime called Tumbleleaf. And I like it because it's cute, but it's also educational. It's really sciencey. Shazidi says, I have been on your lives. My phone just won't let me talk on the lives. Well, I do remember your name, Shazidi. So that means you can't type. So are you on like a computer right now or something? Or I'm just curious. But I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad you're able to chat with us. I know you've been on the lives before because I remember your screen name. Oh, look at this. It's so cute. I love baby clothes. I love it. Shazidi, did you share what you like to do for fun? We were kind of talking about that a little before you popped on. Patty says, check out New Point 911 series. There's 5 books in the series. I just couldn't lay them down. Read all 5 books in like 2 weeks. Wow, that is awesome. Shazidi said, yes, she's on laptop. Okay. Well, cool. Yeah, I don't know why your phone won't let you chat. That's weird. I don't know. I'm not a very techie person, so I am definitely not one to ask. So Shazidi likes video games. What kind of video games? I'm going to tell my age on this one. Not that I'm ashamed of my age. I'm 44. But I like Sims. I don't know if you've ever heard of Sims or not. But it's one of my favorites. I don't get to play very often. I shouldn't say I don't get to play. I choose not to play very often. It's just a time thing because I can very easily get sucked in. And then I don't do everything else like I'm supposed to. So I have to limit myself. We're coming up on back to school. And I have been school shopping for the kids. I think everybody's basically ready. I think I need to get everybody a new pair of shoes, but we should be pretty close after that. I have got to put all this laundry over here away, you guys. It's getting out of control. So what kind of video games do you like, Shazidi? Oh my goodness. I might have to get off of here after I get this load done. Need to go start dinner. Oh yeah, it's like 5 o'clock. Suzidi likes Call of Duty, Fortnite, and GTA 5. Is that 5? I don't play any of those. I wonder if my kids play Roblox. They might play Call of Duty. There's some other things they play too, but I'm blanking on the names. They like Stardew Valley. They keep saying that I would like Stardew Valley because I like Sims. And I might like it. But the thing is, I don't know, Shazidi, if you are familiar with Sims or not, but especially the later years, the graphics on Sims are really nice, and I like a beautiful game. Like I like beautiful graphics, and like Stardew Valley is 8-bit, and so it's just not the same. That gets hung up. What am I doing? So it's just not the same, and I don't know. That's probably why I'm not able to really, or not able, but not getting into Stardew Valley. But I like games like that where you can like farm and build stuff, and so anyway, it is what it is. So Ziti says, yes, I am. These boys have quite a bit of laundry to fold when they get up here. The girls' piles aren't too bad, but you know what that probably means. It's probably in their laundry or in their bedroom. Oh my goodness, I'm getting tired, you guys. I have had a big day. I've had a very big day. I'm kind of ready to sleep or rest, but you know, we're going to do something easy for dinner tonight. We're just going to have like hamburger helper, like a 3 cheese. I haven't had that flavor before, but I don't know if it's thawed out yet or not because we only took it out of the freezer. I almost said oven. We only took it out of the freezer a little while ago, so it may be thawed, it may not, but I could always run it under some cold water and get it to thaw out pretty quickly, I suppose. Patty says, sounds good. I'm having a corn dog. Oh, Patty. Oh, my goodness. We went to the fair the other day, and I got a corn dog. Oh, it was heaven. And then I had a funnel cake. And, like, I had been thinking and obsessing over a funnel cake for like 2 weeks, knowing the fair was coming. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to get a funnel cake. I'm going to get a funnel cake. And I got it, and I ate like, probably like a third of it. And I'm like, I'm done. You know, it's fine. I'm over it. And I couldn't even finish it. So it was just like too sweet, you know? So anyway. Patty says, fair corn dogs are awesome. They really are. Like, it was the best corn dog I've had in a long time. Okay, there is one more load of towels out here. There's a couple other loads of laundry to do too, but I am getting tired. We do need towels though, so I'm going to do that load, and then I'm going to get off here because we got a lot to do as far as making dinner goes. We've gotten a fair amount done though. I've probably folded, what, at least 4 loads of laundry? I mean, I've been on here for 75 minutes, so I ought to have gotten something done. Anyway. Patty, do you like to go to, like, fairs and festivals and stuff, or are you just kind of over it?
Mom,
Yes.
tell me to take the baby or so we mind.
No, it's your turn.
Okay. At least I'm not lying to me.
She's
Yeah,
not,
Kaz.
she's not lying to you.
Yeah, Kaz lied to me before.
Okay, well, you guys are taking turns. And Sophie, can you go see if the hamburger is thawed yet so that we can make dinner? Patty says she's over it now, too old. But can you ever be too old for fair food is the question. Like, for me, that's why I'm going. Like, I'm going for fair food. The kids still like the rides, which is fine. You know, like, they're kids, so obviously they're gonna. But if I'm being honest, it makes me literally, like, sick to my stomach to even watch them. I know, like, I'm getting older. I'm a fuddy-duddy. But anyway. And you know, it's really funny because one of the people, Patty says, no, I like fair food. I would walk around with the grands. Yeah, that's all I like to do anymore is just like walk around with the kids. And I like to watch them, but those spinning rides, they make me sick. A carnival worker had seen me standing there with Sophie. I got her on her ride because I was walking around with her. The older girls were off doing something, you know, Esther and Bella and everything. They were off being teenagers. And so anyways, I was taking Sophie around, and a carnival worker asked me basically if I wanted to ride. And like, I was like, no, that's okay. And they're like, no, it's okay. Come on. Like, they were going to just let me on without tickets. And I just couldn't. I said, you know, no, thank you. I would get sick, and I totally would. And so I did not want to embarrass myself. Plus, I don't want to feel sick. So anyway, she said Patty said years ago she went to the Greenup Fair. That would be cool. I just love small town fairs. And little festivals. Patty, have you ever been to the Covered Bridge Festival in Indiana? I know Mom used to love to go to that. I like to go too, but I wanted to go with, oh no, low power mode. We've got 20% battery. I wanted to go with Naomi this year, but we haven't had a chance. Well, not this year. The last couple years, we've wanted to go together, and we just never could get it to work out. Patty says no, she's never been. Mom used to love to go. So I don't know. You might try it someday, maybe with your girls. It's basically like, you know, like all the vendors at fairs, the crafts and things like that. It's a lot of people with crafty stuff. And so just think, and it's towns upon towns of like fair food and vendors and stuff like that. Like it's a great time. I think I've been twice in my life. Patty said she would love the Bagel Fest. She loves bagels. I love bagels too. Blueberry are my favorite. No, I take that back. So where was I? I think it was when I lived in North Carolina. There was a bagel shop, and I tasted an everything bagel, which was amazing. And then I think I had like a salt bagel. That was by far my favorite. So like salt bagel, everything bagel, blueberry bagel, then plain with cream cheese. What's your favorite? I know it does sound yummy. I'm getting hungry. These towels are all scratchy from drying on the line. I love that. Patty says she likes them all. I do too. Actually, I don't like cinnamon raisin. I don't know why. It's not my favorite. I am not a fan of cinnamon raisin. Patty says, oh, I do. So Patty loves cinnamon raisin. Cinnamon raisin bagels for the win. That's cool. I haven't talked to Jeanette on here lately. I wonder how she's doing. I'll have to text her and check in. We're almost done with this basket and then we can stop. I have to get all the kids to come in here and put away all this laundry. After folding it all, I get kind of tired and like, I don't want to go put it all away. Make the kids do it. Patty says, I was listening to her yesterday. She doing good? She's talking about Jeanette, by the way, people. Friends. She's talking about my cousin Jeanette, who is Project Junkie. I have a lot of YouTubers in my family. Patty says yes, that she is doing well. That is good. Ooh, we are ready to quit. Sounds good to me. I need to go check on how deep the pool is getting. I put the water hose on the timer for 3 hours because it seems like 1 hour of water makes it go up an inch. And it was pretty low. So I said, all right, we got to add some more water for sure. So anyway, okay. Yay! The boys have so much laundry to do. Anyway, okay. Well, Patty especially, I love you. Everybody else, thank you so much for hanging out with me today while I get my chores done. I really appreciate it, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Patty says, see ya. Thanks for being on live. Or love you. Yes, I love you too. So anyway, I hope everybody has a great night or a great day wherever you are, and I will chat with you later. Bye, guys.